Always takes me a minute to get myself to the watch page, because I just do it through the PlayStation. I'm not doing anything fancy here. I don't know if my little so let me adjust the volume too. Let me adjust the volume too. There we go. At least I know I got my mic on this time. Oh, it says two's watching. Someone's in here with me. I'm a little bit nervous about this one. I've never beaten this boss. I know how to get to him and how to beat him, but I've never actually beaten it. Hopefully, I've been trying quite a bit. I got the I actually got onto his shoulder once, but this will probably be my last stream of this game, so I'm just gonna let it go through all the prelude cinematography, because I'm starting a little bit earlier than what I said I was going to. Let people show up. Hey Doc, what's up? This is the last boss. I've never beat him before. I've been trying. I want it. Every boss that I've played on my streams so far, I've beaten at least twice before I've actually streamed him. Whereas this guy, I've been trying to beat him for 2 days now. Well, since the last stream, I've got like, well, this is the game I've been playing with you guys. I've got 2 other game saves right at this last boss. Oh, I bet my TV's a little bit too loud. Probably gonna get an echo off of that, and so I turn the volume down on that a little bit. Trying to get just the right sound set up on here. Hey Bob Dog, what's up? Just been doing my little live stream of Shadow of the Colossus. One of the best PlayStation games ever made for PlayStation 2. They did a remake for the PlayStation 3, or a remaster. There's a difference between a remaster and a remake. And this is actually a remake. But having played the original game, all the controls and everything are the same. A little bit smoother, but it still has all the wonky camera angles. And this boss is really nasty with the wonky camera angles that you get out of him. And this one is real frustrating too. I almost have to relearn my one control. The control that I use to hang on with, well, they're like trigger buttons. So and I very rarely have to be using both of them at the same time. But on this last boss, I have to be able to hang on and aim my bow at almost the same time. It's a little bit frustrating, or can be frustrating. Pretty easy to get to. There's not going to be a whole bunch of running around like some of my other streams. There's plenty of other things to just find and discover, but I'm going to head to this last boss. Hey! How you doing tonight, world? Heading to this last boss. I wonder if I should like wait around to see if anybody else is going to show up, because I can get to him real fast. And this is pretty interesting. I'm just kind of anxious to get started because I've never beat this last boss before. And he's got me a little bit nervous. I've been trying, I know what to do, and I've come real close. But, gotten kind of frustrated in the process. Oh yeah, I'm like really anxious to do it. I let the whole cinematic storyline where it all starts, I let it play to start with. And then of course, this is the last boss. Well, that is an idea. I could go try and fight one of the older guys, do a reminiscent mode to try and warm up. Yeah, I could go. This is the first boss over here. There's a little thing called reminiscence mode. So anytime that you've beaten a boss, you can actually go back to him and fight him again. So maybe I'll go do a little reminiscent mode over here at the first boss. Oh, there's like 15 there. It would take a while. I'm hoping that I can beat this last one. You know what? I probably shouldn't mess around too much. Have you ever seen the first boss? The first boss is right up here. I could go, you go up to, there'll be like a big old lump where the guy is that you beat before. And you can wake him back up and fight him again. Oh, that's like a save spot. You know the little temples? There's a couple of them on the way to where I gotta go. There's actually one right next to it. And there's a silver-tailed lizard there too. So, maybe I'll just go get that lizard, and I mean, I can get there and try pretty quick. I've never beat this guy before, so it may end up being a big frustrating evening of me trying to beat something and just having to go over and over again. Oh wow, all of a sudden there's a whole bunch of stuff in there. Hey Irene. Yep. Yeah, I'm nervous about this last boss. I've never beat this last boss before. And it's I know what I'm supposed to do. But why do I feel like I'm like going in the wrong direction? Here, let me start this. Let me restart this. Because usually I just ride right over there to him. There we go. Let me just start. This is where we had saved last time I was on. And I can at least show anybody that wants to know how to do what you're supposed to be able to do. Hopefully I'll actually succeed. I got real close. I know what I'm supposed to do. Okay. You take me where I need to go, buddy. Over this way, right? Let's go. You get me over there real quick. This, if you just leave this game at the menu screen, it's kind of cool because it just the horse just starts running all around the countryside. It's like a screensaver of the horse just running around everywhere. Oh, I know what's going on. There's two ways I can get there. I forgot about that. I need to go through this canyon over here. I just about forgot how to get there. I've been trying. I have a save spot right there by this last boss. And he kicked my ass out. Oh, you're welcome. I mean, that idea, if it's the one that I'm thinking about, there's so many people. I tell you what, it's crazy trying to follow everybody and see in all these videos. There's just so many people I'm subscribed to that, you know, whenever someone leaves a message about something, I mean, I definitely try to look at stuff, and there's some things that I definitely don't want to miss. There's a few things, well, it's like my skies 5D. I like a lot of the things. Okay, I think there's two ways I can go to get here. It's on the other side of this mountain. Let me just go this way. I try. There's so much cool stuff out there. I spend tons of time every day anymore watching videos. And live streams. Oh man, there's some really amazing live streams. I mean, I just get to hanging out. A lot of times the live streams, it's what's going on in the channel, you know, in the chat is what's really interesting. And just all the people I've met. I mean, I've really gotten inspired. Oh, I don't know if there's a pear in that tree, but you would think there would be. Oh yeah, I was thinking that this last spot was right there near the big temple. It's all the way out here. That's right. There's a whole bunch of landscape out here. I plan on just going around and looking, and there's like all these little temples where you can save. There's a trophy for resting or praying at each one of them. Oh. Where do you want to go? Are you... Sometimes this horse just has a mind of his own. I know where I'm supposed to be going. Well, maybe it's because he knows what's going to happen. This version, it doesn't seem as sad. There's something going to happen here in a minute that in the original game, the detail on it was different to where, I'll tell you what it seemed like in the original to me, because it totally freaked me out. I mean, finding all this stuff and how to do it the first time took forever. But there's a trophy for beating the whole game on the most difficult level in 5 hours. Whoa, 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 whoa. In like 5 hours. Less than 6 hours. The last boss is in here. And this guy, just trying to figure out how to get up to him took me forever. And I've mentioned it before, is that it's really weird, is that you just have to be fearless. I mean, it took me a long time just to figure out, well, any part of this. And then the last little bit that hopefully I'll be able to do, I had to look up. Let me go ahead and save up at this temple up here, and there's a lizard up here. There's a lizard, a silver-tailed lizard up here that will increase my stamina a little bit. There it is. Where'd it go? And I'm going to need all the stamina I need, because the last little thing that I have to do up here just sucks the stamina out of you. The camera, I mean, it's basically frustrating. I know a lot of people would look at it and say, well, why do you even do that? That's like torture. And I don't know how much stamina that little lizard's going to give me, to be honest. I just know that they give you a little bit of extra stamina. Is that it up there? Oh yeah, there it is. Gotta hit him twice. Just stunned him. Now I can get him. Increase that a little bit. Save my game here. And now you get to see this last boss. This last boss is nasty. Just frustrating. I mean, my muscles get all tense. And there's a little Another little sad thing fixing to happen. It took me forever just to figure out that I had to use my horse to get over this bridge. I have to come up here, and I get to this bridge, and I died a million times up here on this bridge. Oh, I'm trying to force him. Come on. Come on. Come on, buddy. I know. In the original game, it looks like he dies here. But in this game, it looks like maybe he survives. I hope he does. I just think in my own mind that he survives. But in the original game, the first time I ever played it, took me forever to figure out that I had to force him to jump across the bridge. I died a million times trying to jump across the bridge. Trying to find another way across. I don't know how long I spent there before. And then in the original game, you can't see the water at the bottom, so you just think the worst. You just think that was, but he landed in water, so there's a chance that he survived. Hot and strong and Irish. You put up some videos, yeah. Yeah, everybody's got pretty cool videos. I've seen all kinds of videos. I don't know if I've never seen any on yours though. Some people don't do videos, and I totally get that. Because it's not about, I mean, YouTube is really just what you make it. Took me a long time to figure out this too, but I'm just going to run right up to this last guy. And I think I was talking about the platforming aspects of the game last time. And this one is platforming big time. And they throw every obstacle. Well, it's the last boss, and that's typically how, whenever you're doing the... Oh, yeah. I have to... How come what's going on here? Hope my controller isn't messing up. That was just a very basic jump. I have to, like, retrain how I'm holding, because there's like 2 triggers on the right hand side, and I normally just use my index finger to hang on. I mean, hanging on to this grass, I have to be pressing down that, and I normally do it with my index finger, and you very rarely have to be hanging on to anything and shooting your bow at the same time. But at the very end up here, that's exactly what I have to do. And the camera, it's just like if the camera, see, the camera just kind of does what it wants to there. If I'm trying to make it do stuff, it messes me up. So I have to just be careful. Otherwise, the camera will lurch on me, and I'll go jumping off the side. But I've run up here a bunch of times the last couple of days trying to beat this guy. And I know the path. The original path is a pain in the ass. Hey, War Machine. Yeah, it's beautiful. This is the last boss. I've never beaten the last boss. So I don't know if I'm going to beat him. I'm going to get to him pretty quick. I'm not going to stream more than an hour or until my muscles start tensing up or I'm just get totally frustrated. I've tried it over and over and over, and it's all going to come down to me just being able to relax and let the game do what the game wants to do and just flow with it. That's one thing about this game. Anytime you fight it, it doesn't work. It just messes you up big time. And here we are. This is the final boss. You guys saw some of these before, how big they were. This is the biggest, but he doesn't move around or anything. He's just this big old giant tower that I have to climb up. And it's like moving, and the camera's lurching, and there's this big storm going on, so the lighting is all messed up. You know, really hard to see, but very intense. And just getting to him, just the path to get to him took me forever to figure out, because this guy just, I'm sure I'll get hit once here, but see, he just shoots this stuff at you, and then just the concussion from it throws, just really throws you around. And a lot of times, you'll be trying to dodge and stuff, and the dodge just messes you up. So basically what you have to do, and it took me a long time to figure it out, I have to run over there, I have to run and jump into that hole. First time around, I was running around, trying to figure out, trying to run up to him. You can see there's some like barriers down there, but I just have to do this, just be fearless, and jump down all these little holes. And it just gets worse and worse and worse about how intense it gets and how messed up the camera starts getting. But there's all these little paths underneath there, and figuring that out, I don't know how many times, well, I don't want to tell you how much time I've spent on this boss trying to beat him. Now, if I get caught out in the open, it throws me back down, and it does a bunch of damage to me. So basically, you just have to be fearless and kind of stagger through these a little bit, just pause a little bit, and let him blast it a little bit, and then jump down the next hole. Took me forever to figure that out, because I die. You get hit once, one shot from that takes your health down about a quarter of the way, and it takes a while. Your health comes back over time, and then see here, the camera lurches around, and that's the guy that I gotta climb up and beat. His soft spot is right on top of his head too, to get there, and this is all messed up. If I get knocked off here or fall off that edge, I'm dead. And the camera just starts jerking around, and the camera, they just make it as difficult as possible. So you just have to be patient. And then there's another one. I died right over here earlier today when I was practicing. I was being all cocky because I had come through here so many times. I was just being real cocky. And I came around this corner and wasn't moving fast enough, and a blast came down and knocked me off the edge of this. So I just always make sure I take a little jump right there, because I'm almost to him now. Once I get to a certain point, I don't have to worry about that. I basically upskirt him. I was thinking about that today. He just has like this big old giant iron skirt, and you're just kind of going up it. Now this is just like the last one, only you're much closer, and there's a lot more damage, and does a whole bunch more damage to you. But it's the same thing. If you just pause for a second, I always get hit at least once by this thing when I'm trying to get by here, but I try and lure it so it'll start shooting, and then I can run over it. He usually gets me here at least once. Oh, yeah, he got me. But see, it took out about a quarter of my health there. He always gets me at least once there. But originally, it took forever for me to do that, because you get hit a couple of times and you get scared. You start getting afraid. You're wanting to jump and dodge and see if you can't dodge behind these barriers, and it just doesn't work. You just have to just be fearless, and don't, I always do that. And just go for it. And you make it. Figuring out the path to get up him. I've climbed up this guy so many times. I know the path by heart. I don't even have to think about it anymore. But originally, figuring out the path to him up to the top and what to do next. I mean, the final target that I have on this, I had to look it up. I mean, I got to the last little part, you'll see. I have to climb all the way up on here and balance on his hand and shoot him in the shoulder with my bow for him to touch his shoulder so I can jump off his hand onto his shoulder and then get up on his head. It's just, and then you see this thing is all, the camera is lurching around, and this thing I'm climbing on is lurching all around. And you can fall off of it easy. I mean, I can fall all the way down from the top and it doesn't kill me. I mean, I have died from it because I get so frustrated from falling and climbing up real fast and not healing up totally. And it's like right here. This jump right here is like stupid because if I throw the camera around here to see it, and let it go of it, it swings back around here. But I know where I need to go, so I just run and jump line. You know, there's a bunch of this that turns out, there's a whole bunch of this. It's just crazy that it's like muscle memory, and I'm gonna have to like do this stuff blind. I've been trying a whole bunch, and I've gotten really close. So I'm hoping I'll be able to do it right now. It would be awesome. But it's so intense that it's like you start getting these adrenaline rushes, especially if you start getting close. But in all the other ones, if you've seen it, when you actually have a vulnerable spot, it lights up. But if you just have a spot that is like an irritant, so basically what I have to do, there's a whole bunch of little spots like this that I have to come up and I have to stab. And then it pisses him off. And then what I have to do here is like, I have to jump from his back onto his hand. Now, I have to climb up his hand and climb up his arm and stab him in the shoulder. And now, and I can't see, I got this flame and I got all this fire going on. Oh! Okay. I gotta jump onto his other hand. And then and then on the other hand, I have to pull out my bow and balance on it while he's moving it all around like this. And and no, come on. Run up that arm. Come on, you can go. Oh. Oh, God. And he just keeps moving it all around. My stamina's not all messed up yet, so can I fly over there? Yeah. Oh! Ow, man, that hurt. Oh! Oh! He almost blasted me too. Yeah. Now, I didn't even get on the other hand yet. It's just crazy. And that's kind of how these last bosses go. They always just make the last one just, you know, insanely difficult. And that's kind of how this one is. It's all about, and I'm so used to, I have to totally change my muscle memory because I'm always used to using my index finger to hold on with. And on this boss, I have to use my middle finger to hold on with and my index finger to aim my bow. Because once I get up to the top, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I think, oh! See the lurching that I was talking about? Okay, let me calm down. Let me take a drink of my Mountain Dew and take a big old toke off of this ball. Let me climb up to his back real quick. What's that? Oh man, that is just, there's some trophy. I mean, I don't know, there's some stat that tells you how far that you fell and survived. This is the biggest fall that I can think of that I gotta do. I can get up there real fast. I've climbed, oh no! Oh, I gotta slow down. I'm getting impatient. I'm getting impatient. And that's what I say. That's what kind of kills you on these games. Getting impatient, forgetting to breathe. But this one intentionally, makes it difficult like this. All the lurching around to the camera right there is intentionally made to make it more difficult. There's a little thing here too. If you power up, you jump all the way up to that. If you don't get all the way up to that, you're kind of struggling around to get up to the very top there. Yes. But it's kind of cool. I mean, it makes it more realistic with this guy. I mean, losing his balance and having to hang on. Let me get up here and get a drink and take a hit. Take myself a big old hit and say, hey, WT, Fruitful Farmer, Irene, WT, War Machine. 8 people in here. That's pretty cool. And remember to breathe. Yeah, this one is like the hardest learning curve of every single one of them. And it trips you up because you have to hang on and use your bow at the same time. And you start losing stamina there. I was trying to practice that today, trying to get the timing down on that other hand. Oh. Uh-oh. That wasn't good. Oh. Get my feet planted firmly on his back. Shakes around. See my feet be planted. Jump. Hopefully move around here for a bit. There we go. That's good. Oh! Boy, he must know I'm figuring him out. He's being a lot more difficult. Usually I've been able to get over there to his shoulder easily. He's being a pain in the ass. Maybe we're only falling off of this. Take a flying leap. Come on. Get my hands. Oh, man. Oh, and there goes my stamina. Very frustrating boss. I've seen, people speed run this that just have this all down perfect. I don't know how they do it. Don't know how they do it. I haven't even gotten to the other hand where I have my biggest problem is, but it is, it's really an awesome design. Awesome design for a game. You think this game would, and 99% of this game, or more, was all from 10 years ago, when it was originally released. They just improved all of these graphics. And, honestly, not a super huge, granted, there's a lot more detail, lots of detail in text. No. Okay. Not coughing now. Feel a little bit. get it? Did I get it? Yes, I got across here. Switch over to my bow. Get my bow ready. Get my bow ready. Now I gotta figure out how I gotta balance up on this hand here and not lose my stamina and shoot this guy in his shoulder. And if I can do that, did I do it? Did I do it? No, I didn't do it. He'd be throwing his hand around. Ah! Because I gotta hold on with my bow. Oh! Gotta use my bow and my hang on with the same hand finger. Oh man. Oh, I was so close. I was so close. Oh, my heart's beating fast too. That's what I like about these games. That's why I like these games. Sometimes when you can't beat the boss, it's just, you get so excited and your heart starts beating fast and you get all shaky. That's how I'm feeling right now. You gotta breathe deep. Oh! Stupid. Lurching. Colossi. Oh, and I can't see. Look at all the rain and the blazing light. I try and make it as hard as possible. You know, that camera just lurches all around on me too. Okay. Get my sword back out. Well, that was cool. I actually got to take a shot at him. It's always hard, and it was pretty damn close, too. Not too many times I've ever actually gotten close to hitting him with the bow. I got on his shoulder and on his head today, or was that yesterday? I don't know. I recently got on his head and managed to get a couple of stabs in there. Got a feel for it. He just shakes you around like crazy too. Oh, come on, man. You're just shaking a lot more now. You rest here for a second. Oh, I rested too long. I wanted to rest and see if I could restore as much stamina. And this is kind of, I have a hard time with this jump. I really do. Did I get it? Oh! That jump is kind of funny. If I can do it right, because that's one thing that's kind of weird about this, is you have to make sure that your feet are planted before you go and try and jump. Otherwise, you know, it's, and I can't see, oh, did I jump? Oh, I did it. Good. I wasn't sure about that. And then there's another button that you can press. I got my bow set up. And now I just have to try and find a sweet spot on the back of this guy's hand. And I have to hold this other button too so that I can keep him targeted. Yeah, he just, and I don't know, I got to figure out what's going on here, because this one button makes it where I can't see what's going on. And I have to be able to, yeah, he just moves it. I got to figure out the timing of his hand, where I can let go and balance on it and gain my stamina. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to try and chill on his hand here and get used to finding where I, oh man, he just about, yeah, figure out where I can just kind of walk around without having to hang on. good rest. So, okay. Oh. I was close there. I need to be able to point that over to that other side a little bit. Oh, I think I got it. I think I got it. Did I? Did I get it? Yeah. Did I? No. Oh. I'm getting closer though. Getting closer. Don't want to. Oh, I'm running out of stamina. He's fucking me around. I'm gonna run out of stamina and fall. Turn your hand back around, dude, so I can balance up there. Oh, where am I? Oh, I can't see. Oh, I'm gonna, where am I? Oh, no, I missed. I saw it. You hit it. I gotta let go of that sooner. Come on. Turn that hand back up there. And I let go. Did I get it? I can see the spot. Oh no. Oh no. Turn me back around. Now let go. Oh, I can't aim it though. Okay, I'm gonna have to just try and balance up here and not shoot. Okay. Oh shit. Man, that is so intense. Hey, purple and blue. Cool 2D. Good night, world. Yeah, I've never beat this boss before. But you can see how difficult that is. So close. So close. Oh, that looks so cool when I saw that you posted their script. You know, that was. Good night. Yeah, how long have I been trying this? I mean, I've been trying this for a long time, okay? I've only been streaming 40 minutes. And I started like 10 minutes early. So, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up because it would be so awesome. And I was so close. I think that was the longest that I've ever managed to stay balanced on his hand like that. And the most times I've ever been able to shoot and got so close too. Man, oh, stupid lurching. Yeah, can be a very frustrating bug. Yeah, people might say, why are you doing so frustrating? Good night, boys. Good night. Food forest permaculture. Yeah, games aren't for everyone, but man, this is an awesome game. This is an awesome game. It's, I don't know what I'm going to play next. I'm going to try and start live streaming twice a week, I think. It's fun. I know I like hanging around in streams. And this is games are like the only thing that I know to do to try and entertain people, as long as it's some game that is different from what everybody else is doing, and it's more about, you know, showing people a new game. I mean, I'm not really playing games for gamers. I mean, gamers play their own games, right? Yeah, this is where I fell, wasn't it? Because this thing just wants to mess with the camera so bad. And I keep going back to using my... Oh, yeah. That's a funky little jump there. I always think about how, man, this kid, I bet he's got some massive calluses, don't you know? Being all these video games are always hanging on to the edges of things. All this stuff is so impossible. I mean, even the landscapes, but, well, I mean, that's why I do it. I mean, it's escape. Plus, I like, you know, basically you're beating an AI. You're just beating a computer. You're beating somebody's somebody knew how to throw a whole bunch of pixels and numbers together to create this illusion. I mean, this sort of stuff is basically magic, if you think about it. I mean, it just creates a whole bunch of illusions where it seems like there's something there that's not really there. Alright, I think I'm starting to get that moved down pretty good. Now if I can get up to that part on his hand, switch out, I got my bow, okay, and then I gotta aim. Oh shoot, I let go. That's what starts happening. I start getting super sloppy. Oh yeah, I've got it kind of turned down so I don't hear the intensity of the music. Oh yeah, I love music. I got this other game that I think I'm going to play next. I have to play it on the easiest setting though, but the story and the graphics and stuff are just really intense. I don't know, I haven't played it in a while. I'm probably going to like play it this weekend and see about playing it next week. It's this game called Fury. It's a super, really colorful. It's a trippy game. It's not like, it's different. They call it, what do they call it? It's an indie game. But it was free. I mean, they gave it away free on PlayStation. And I know there's guys that do big speed runs of it. I suck at it. I really suck at it, but it's beautiful. And when you turn it down to, even when you turn it down to the easiest level, it's still hard. But, oh no! Okay. Let me focus here. Let me focus. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to run back up to his back. Take another toe. Remember to breathe. What are you guys doing in the chat? Oh, you guys. Oh, I keep falling down. If I turn my head away, if I don't pay attention, I guess I could just fall off of this thing pretty easily. Uh-oh. Oh, I almost went to the wrong spot. I'm so glad that you don't die if you fall off of this. That would be so frustrating to have to run past all those barriers again. I mean, it's frustrating enough falling off of this. And I haven't even gotten to his head. I mean, I have to be able to manage that stamina and stuff so that I don't fall off once I'm actually stabbing his soft spot on his head. Because I did make it up there and stabbed it a couple of times here, and there we go. Let me take a hit of something here. I think I'll reload this pipe. That's what I'll do. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah. I've been trying to beat this last boss for years. I've never beat this last boss. But I'm going to. I'm going to. It might not be tonight, but I'm going to, because I've finally gotten to where I got a good... I've come close. Well, because I've actually managed to get on his head once. I know what to do. It's just how much frustration can I take in any one sitting? And there's some stuff I can go do. I mean, if I can't beat him tonight, I'm going to run around the world and find all the pears and all the lizards with silver tails that there are out there. and max out all my health and all my stamina. Yeah. And retrain my damn fingers so that I can hang on and shoot a bow. That always seems to be my downfall. Oh! Go here. Stabby, stabby. Ah. You don't like me. Make sure I got my feet planted good. Jump. How come? Oh, damn you. Didn't jump me in the right direction. Get over here on his hand. I'm getting a good spot. Switch over to the bow. Make sure I check this out. I'm gonna try a new little technique here. See if this will work. Ha ha ha! I shot him in the face. That worked fairly easy. Get it? Did I get it? Got this off? Come on. I'm falling off the edge. If I quit holding something going there. I gotta be so accurate with that. That's messed up. I think we run out of stamina. I need to just try and balance on his hand here a little bit. Is there a place where I can stand up? Man, that is so frustrating. I don't know what to. I don't know if maybe I'm just too old and slow. I know my son could do it. My son would probably do that the first try. He's like a world champion Tetris player. It's crazy. I think he was like in PlayStation, I think if you buy the Tetris game, Super Tetris or something like that. Oh shoot, he programs Tetris. He teaches some programming classes, and basically that's one of his programs that he has his students do is the Tetris game, because he can play basically I did not know that there was an end. He can play Tetris to the end. I guess there's an end. I just know that he's like 10 in the world or something crazy. I didn't even know that they had one. But he was just like, it's stupid how perfect he can do it. I mean, it's like crazy. Well, and then he can program it too. He has some. If he wanted to have a YouTube channel with stuff on there, he could do it in a second. He did like 2 little tutorials and never did anything else. He just has tons of people on his side. He doesn't even do anything else. He just did 2 tutorials. Yeah, if he was here, I'd just hand the controller over to him. And he'd probably beat it. No problem. Not fast enough. Shooting too late. Get him? Sure looked like I was in the right spot. Knew it wasn't anywhere close that time. Ah. It's the whole, gotta retrain my, oh, I let go. I gotta retrain my damn buttons that I hang on to with and shoot my bow with. It's all about damn muscle memory. Yeah, through the whole game up to this point, I used the same finger to hang on with and to aim my bow with. So now I have to like switch stuff around. Now I haven't gone this version of it. There is some adjustments you can do with the controller, so you can change the buttons on the controller. But I'm just kind of, you should just go with whatever the default controls are, rather than change things all around. Okay. It's kind of a problem. I'm trying to retrain what I hang on with. I think I got where I needed to go. Hang on. And to actually shoot my bow, I have to let go. I can't hang on and shoot my bow at the same time, but I got to be able to. Oh yeah, and then I got to be able to. There's one button that I can hang on to that keeps me pointing in the right. Oh, I'm getting all confused. Oh, come on. Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, I'm getting frustrated. Gonna rage quit. Ah. Yep, but that's... I hadn't even gotten on his shoulder once. I got on there earlier, well... Oh! Yeah. That might be it for me. Fall off this thing a few too many times and I just get sloppier and sloppier and sloppier. It's almost better off starting back from the beginning. Starts feeling like punishment. I'm not getting my nice little rushes from it anymore. If I understood it. Maybe I need to turn it up so I hear the music a little more. Maybe I need a little musical inspiration. That didn't help. Did you see what the camera did to me there? I can't even see my character here. It's really trying hard to mess with me. Maybe it's because there's a sad ending. I don't want to spoil it, but from what I've spoiled it. It's really sad. Tragic. I really think about it. What ends up happening in the end. Just about didn't make it. I'm like in between his fingers. Make it up here. Let's see if I can find a sweet spot on this and keep my target. Ah, shit. Maybe I ought to just try and see if I can do it with that one finger. Just see if I can do it with one finger rather than trying to do two. That's like trying to relearn this all over again. But that's what's messing me up. The whole hanging on and shooting the bow. You can't really do them at the same time. Flip me over where I wanted to go, but that's not going to work. Put me up on your shoulder. Put me up on that damn shoulder. I don't think that will ever happen. Oh dear. That's a good idea. I'm so close. So close. I almost got the little thing to get up to him. And I was being so close to that shoulder too. I mean, there's a couple of times I didn't realize it had to be that accurate. That one time I hit it, it just must have been dumb luck. Because I've only hit that shoulder once. And all the time that I've played this game or the other version of it, I gave up on it. I don't want to give up on it. Hey, I make a little video of this. I'll do a One Note Wonder promo from right here. That would be crazy, wouldn't it? Who could I do it for? Oh, I've got some people in mind that I want to do some more of those for. He's not in here. Don't tell him. Bowstar's next. I got a little song for Bowstar. Oh, and you'll like this one, probably. Here's my song. Here's my One Note song for my Bowstar promo for next week. I haven't filmed it yet. I've just kind of been practicing on the on the song. I got a little bit before it goes, but it's going to be. Let me see if I can remember what the words are. There is a man I know a man in Ireland. His name is Bowstar. You can go and see his stuff. YouTube's not that far. And then some sort of thing about something must have taken over me because I'm trying to talk in an Irish accent. I'm trying to come up with some sort of a joke to go with it. I got one joke. I've got a couple of jokes with that character, but that's my song for Bowstar. I was going to try and do something. He's got a video that he came up with his name from David Bowie. David Bowie has a song Star or Starman or something like that. So that was where he came up with his name because he's a huge fan of David Bowie. And one of his favorite songs, I think is Starman or something like that. I don't know exactly. But I'm not going to do it from here. I've already got the location for his workout. I'm just going to try something a little bit different with it. I don't know if it's going to work. I kind of have it set up downstairs where I do most of my green screen stuff. I hope it works out as cool as I think it's going to. I experimented with the concept of how come I can't jump over there? What the hell? That was just an easy jump. Is my controller dying on me? I mean, I know I have had problems with this game. The original, there was one jump I was never able to make, and I finally gave up on the game, and then came back to it like months later, and it turned out that my controller was messed up. And that was why I couldn't make the jump. That was what happened there. Was just acting like my directional, my analog stick. It was acting like my analog stick was not working quite well. Let's see. this is his front side. And this is his back side. Okay, let me try this again. Do I want to try it with the... Now I better do it. I'm going to have to learn how to do it this way, because that was... Maybe I'm just getting tired. That could easily be it. I have to try it sometime when I'm fresh. And unfortunately, not get it on video. Have a complete walkthrough. It's not a complete walkthrough. That was kind of a cool fall, though. Uh-oh! Uh-oh! Oh! Oh, no! Oh, no! I think I'm dead. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, well. I tried. I was getting tired. But that's where you gotta go to get him. And I'll get him one of these days. Should I try more? I think I'm getting too frustrated. And it's been an hour. I've been streaming for an hour. What time is it? I did start streaming a little bit early, but I've been streaming for an hour. I don't want streams to go over an hour. And I wish I could have done it, but well, I'm just your average gamer, you know, and hopefully, and I'm not streaming it for gamers. I'm streaming it for my friends. You guys are my friends, you know. And I thank you guys for coming and watching me make a fool of myself. I guess I didn't make a fool of myself. I did pretty good. I got pretty close. How close is it going to put me back? I think it puts me back at the shrine. Oh no, it puts me right here. I could go try it again. Should I try it again? Have I been streaming too long? Hey! Carpet Pythons, how you doing? Oh, that's no problem. I've just been dying a whole bunch. What? Well, I died. This is the first time I've died on all of these. This is the final boss. I've never been able to beat this final boss. And I've been, well, attempting it now for quite some time. And I got to run all the way back through the little gauntlet to get to him. And he's pretty frustrating. I'm kind of tired. I'm just getting sloppier and sloppier. I got close a couple of times. I got really close to shooting him in the shoulder. This is the one boss I've never beaten on this game. It's the final boss. And I probably won't stream this game again. And I know the spoiler of how this thing ended up. So basically, you guys will probably never play this. I'll tell you how this I think this is how it ends. It ends up being really, really sad. All these RPG games are all based on trying to save the princess, right? And if you saw the beginning of this one, it was like the princess that I'm trying to save was like dead already, and I want to bring her back to life. And whatever this entity is that I'm working with told me to go out and destroy all these colossi, and this is the last one. So apparently, when I kill this last colossi, I like ensure the end of the world or something. I was basically fooled. I was duped into destroying these guys. And it all comes down into you should never be trying to bring someone back to life. So I think that's what the story is. I guess maybe I should have looked it up and found out exactly what it is. But yeah, you know, the one thing about killing this last guy is there must be like a 30-minute cutscene after this boss that explains all the story and stuff that's going on. Oh yeah, it is really sad. It's a really sad story. But it's like a trilogy. The trilogy, so I guess these are Guardians. I don't really know. These are all like really weird stories, the way that they all intertwine. But the final one, it's like a trilogy. The first one is called Eco. And the first one is just like really emotional and gut-wrenching. There's just like this girl. You're trying to save this girl. I mean, it's like, and you basically have to hold her by the hand, and you're like dragging her, trying to find your way through this castle and stuff. And there's all these black shadows that are chasing you, and there's these puzzles. And she's just like very, you know, she's like weak. So you're like protecting her all the time. So you're constantly trying to protect her. And sometimes you have to like leave her in a spot and go do something in a puzzle. And if you leave her too long, these little black spirits show up. And if they come and they take her, you lose. So you have to like protect her during the whole thing. But it's kind of like ironic on that one. When you get to the end of the story, she ends up saving you. In the end. I mean, it's like no other game that I've ever played, because you are like connected to that other person. You have to hang on to it. I hope they make a version for PlayStation 4. There's a PlayStation 2 and a PlayStation 3 version. And this is, I should just quit here because this will go into a, this is like almost like a beautiful screensaver. If I was going to do a live stream and just talk and stuff, I'd get my camera all set up and stuff and just have like my camera going, and this would be in the background, because it only takes it a minute or two and then it goes into what I consider just a super fantastic screensaver. It's just that horse just running all over, you know, this world. When it finally kicks in and starts going into, I guess you'd call it a screensaver, it is, yeah, see, it doesn't take it in any time at all to where it just kicks into this. And this is where it starts the horse at where the last shrine I was, and then he just starts running all over the world. It just makes a really cool screensaver. I wanted to, I filmed a whole bunch of this. I was hoping that I could like zoom in on it enough to where I could use a green screen and kind of do the green screen shit a little bit to where it'd make it look like I was riding a horse, but I can't do that. I can't get I can't zoom into it enough. But it's really cool. I mean, I've got a nice filter on, so the world is green. The original one was just all flat and pale and nothing. There was like no grass. It just seemed like this big, huge wasteland. The first time I ever played the PS2 version of this game, I was like, what is this game? It's just a huge wasteland. It just seemed like nothing, because I couldn't even find the first Colossi. I did not know how to use the sword. There was no instruction book. There were no... and I kind of refused to, you know, look at cheat books until I'm ready to give up on a game. If I really like a game and I get frustrated to a certain point to where I'm ready to give up on it, I look to see what the answer is. And that's why I know what the answer is to this guy. I mean, I got up to him, I stabbed him in the back, I stabbed him in the shoulder, and I ran around on his hand, but I never knew anything else. I didn't even notice the little spot on his shoulder. I had to look that all up to see that. And I used to make gaming videos, you know, to try and, you know, little cheats and stuff, or help videos. I have another channel. I mean, I wasn't all that good at it. I learned how to make videos, and I guess learned how to talk to the camera and try to do something that was a little bit different. But I noticed whenever I would go and I would watch videos, let's say I'd come to a boss and I didn't know how to beat him, I'd go and I'd find a video where someone was beating him. Well, most of these guys were super good players. And I'd watch them and I'd go, wow. So I got to learn how to do that move, and there's like some super trick move to do that I couldn't do. And I remember one time a guy finally said, and that's the easy, quick way to do it. Now, if you're under level, and I don't know what he said, like level 150 or something, and I was like, you should gain a few levels. And I was like level 50 trying to do this stuff. And that was when I got to watching all these videos of these guys telling you how to do stuff. And usually, if there's a health bar on there, their health bar is 3 times longer than what I'm trying to do it with. And then there's other games that these guys can speed run these games. There'll be a game that I spent 30, 40 hours on it to beat it, and there's some guy that can do it in an hour and a half. I'm like, what? And I'll watch his games, and sometimes those are really interesting. There's a couple of them that I try and do the little speed runs on, and I never can get very far, but some of them are just fun just to see how many bosses you can get through without dying, or how fast you can go, or just how much you can get done in an hour. And that's what I'm going to do on that next game that I play. I'm going to try and play games on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and try and just some oddball game that nobody has ever seen. Sometimes it'll be like game therapy. There's this one game that is just like you kind of get into a trance. The music and the visuals of it, it's all like geometric and stuff. It's really cool. And if people enjoy that, I'll keep doing it. I know as far as if I wanna, I guess I'll have to do some sort of live streams. I mean, just this little hour game stream, just the performance of it just blows away any of my little short videos. But I have so much fun doing those. I don't want to quit doing those. I just have a blast doing those. Sometimes I almost get myself a little bit burned out doing it, but I'll try and pace myself. And there's so much other stuff I want to do too. I want to start doing my airbrush again. There's a bunch of music. I'm going to try and finish up my little superhero thing. That's kind of getting to a point to where, I mean, I had an arc for it, and it went a little bit longer than what I had planned on doing. But I'm working on the ending. And may have like a little epilogue of it. I don't know if I'm going to do any more after that. It just depends upon if people want to see more. And then the next arcs will be more like little one-shot sort of stuff. Pick a year or something like that. It's kind of fun. I'm having a blast doing the little time capsule, because that's basically what they are. And I've started doing research on them. And I'm learning all kinds of stuff. It's amazing some of the shit that happens, or has happened. And then just so much shit that I don't know. I mean, I'm basically, you'll see on the final episode, I kind of have like a cutoff point for myself. Just, we'll see, and, because there's other stuff I want to do. That was fun. I'll let it sit for a while. If people want to see more of that, I'll see if I can do something different. Because I try and add a little bit of something different to each little video I do. I mean, I have formulas. I've learned over the time of doing it that it's nice to have a formula, because if you have like a little mental block of some sort, having a formula helps you get yourself back on track. And then it goes back to the cinematic that the whole thing starts at. I don't know if you've seen this, but this is how the game begins. I don't understand what that bird is, but that bird is in every single one of the eco games. The Last Guardian. I have a complete walkthrough of The Last Guardian. I was trying to do a speed run when I did it. And I didn't really have anybody, I didn't really have an audience, but I was just kind of, I think a couple of them I actually did have at least one guy in there. Oh yeah, I remember that. I can't quite remember his name. He had a really funky name. But I do remember one time he totally freaked me out because I had the text-to-speech turned on. So, because I never really had anybody coming in and leaving messages and stuff. And it basically, if someone types, there's like a little computer voice that talks to me. And that way I know there's someone in the stream. And what did he say? Oh, I almost don't want to say it because it totally freaked me out. He said, I'm German, but I'm not a Nazi, or something like that. I don't know, it just totally freaked me out. And coming in that computer voice, I was like, holy crap. I just, what was his name? Hamster Potato or something? His YouTube, it was a trip. But I'm babbling, I'm rambling. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for sticking around so long. I wish I could have beat it, but I didn't. When I do beat it, I'll try and make sure that I capture it, and I'll put a video up of it, just the ending. Hopefully I'll be able to capture it. Wish I could have done it on stream. That would have been so awesome. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. I know it's always hard for me to figure out how to end these. Just go to the stop broadcast.